yeah, yeah. Yesterday you mentioned how the sweat gathers on a cold plastic cup. Now I sit watching these water droplets sliding down, counting the little things around this neighborhood block. A green traffic light blinks 3 times and turns to red. Ay, ay, ay. A girl in yellow sandals steps carefully over a puddle. The air conditioner drips onto a sleepy brown dog. My iced Americano loses its darkness as the frost melts in. Ay, ay, ay. The afternoon heat is sticking to the pavement, but this glass in my hand keeps my palm cool. I make a mentally note, a list of everything moving slow, just like the way your voice lingered when you spoke. Chill glass, black coffee, small city views. The dog tag clinks as a stray dog moves. A paper receipt rolls along the street. A silver ring on my finger absorbs the heat. Drinking this ice down to the very last drop. Watching the quiet little world refuse to stop. A delivery worker wipes his brow under a helmet visor. The cafe cashier switches the playlist to an older track. A tiny crack on the glass table reflects the afternoon sky. My straw spins around, making the light rattle and chime against the cup. 2 sparrows hop over a forgotten crumb on the patio. The neon sign in the window hums with a faint buzz. Ay. You say yesterday that summer is made of these invisible seconds. Now I see what you meant, while my hands stay numb from the cold brew. A bus squeaks its brakes at the corner stop. A drop of melted frost falls from my glass to my denim knee. Nothing major happens in this hour of the day, just small observations washing the humidity away. Iced espresso turning pale brown. Traffic lights changing in this quiet town. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yesterday's words sitting cold in my chest. Summer afternoon taking a slow rest. Static art fractions when your memory drops in. The ceiling fan rotates at a sluggish, heavy pace. Yeah, air conditioning hums a low solitary baseline. Outside the window heat waves warp the pedestrian crossing line. Clear plastic cup sweating onto a laminate tabletop. Dark amber liquid floating over a tower of crushed frost. Sunlight cuts a diagonal strip across the wooden floor. Stir the dark liquid until the ice clinks soft and low. The city burns in 32 degrees outside. Inside the shaded cold stillness takes its time. Dark rose swirling in a tall clear glass. Mid-afternoon shadows stretching out too fast. Summer heat stays parked behind the double pane window pane. I sip the bitter cold while your phantom fades again. Just condensation dripping on the table edge. A quiet afternoon held by a single thread. Yeah. Focus shift from street traffic to the floating cream. Lens flare hits the edge of the plastic straw, sharp and green. People sprint through crosswalks trying to dodge the glare. I trace a circle in the water ring trapped right here. The cold hits my throat before the thought can fully form. A fleeting chill inside a July afternoon storm. Yeah. High contrast shadows frame the edge of the room. The ice shrinks smaller, dissolving without a sound. Another sip delays the moment I walk back out. The pavement heat is waiting just beyond the glass door. Diluted espresso resting on a damp paper ring. The room returns to stillness, cool and steadying. Heat shimmer rising off the street outside. Ice fully gone, leaving only tide. Yeah. 4:15 glows in faint blue light upon the digital wall clock. I close my eyes and leap ahead through 30 summer seasons. We're 38, maybe 42, sitting on a balcony above the city, holding tall glasses of ice dark roast that never seems to melt. The humidity of today fades into a soft memory, while I picture your graying hair catching the afternoon sun. You take a sip, laugh softly at an inside joke from our 20s, and the air conditioner hums a low comforting rhythm in the background. Yeah. Is it crazy to miss an afternoon that hasn't happened yet? I stir the ice in my cup today, projecting us into tomorrow. Every condensation drop dripping down my palm is a seed planted for the future we haven't built. Someday we will laugh about this heat wave over cold brew, looking out at skyscrapers we haven't even blueprint of a sunlit kitchen in the middle of July, where a modern espresso machine drizzles dark liquid over cracked ice. You wear an oversized linen sweater, calming undisturbed by time, reading a physical book while the world outside races past. We won't care about deadline, stress, or rent checks anymore. Just the satisfying clink of glass against the wooden table. I am practicing the future serenity right now, taking a long pull through my straw, watching the cloud shift. Is it crazy to miss an afternoon that hasn't happened yet? I stir the ice in my cup today, projecting us into tomorrow. Every condensation drop dripping down my palm is a seed planted for the future we haven't built. Someday we will laugh about this heat wave over cold brew, looking out at skyscrapers we haven't even seen. You will pass the creamer, I will mention how fast the years flew, living inside the quiet sanctuary of an imagined dream. Cold coffee in our hands, 50 summers down the line, knowing that this simple moment was always yours and mine. Time is just a river made of melted ice cubes. We are standing at the bank looking across to the far shore. I see us there, untangled from the noise, drinking Americanos under a white canvas awning, completely content, completely still, waiting for the sunset that we earned together. 4:15 returns to the present screen. The ice in my current glass is nearly gone. I take one last cold sip and save the rest for us. See you in 30 years, right here with a cold brew. This torn brown sugar packet rests beside my thumb. A little paper ghost of where the sweetness came from. Steam rises slow from dark roast in a heavy mug, while city buses pull away with a heavy tug. I watch the granules spill across the worn out pine, counting up the quiet ways I waste my own time. People walk past the window with their collars high. I am just adjusting to the silence in my own mind. Steam hits the glass, fading out the street. Nobody knows the thoughts I keep on repeat. I spent 3 months trying to run from what went wrong. Now I am sitting here writing another song. Coffee gets lukewarm while the beat plays low. I got places to be, but I am moving slow. Tangled in my thoughts in the corner booth chair, breathing in the espresso, hanging in the air. I used to call your phone when the day got rough. Now I just stir this cup until I have had enough. The silver spoon leaves a circle on the paper napkin. I ask myself if any of this was meant to happen. Got my headphones on, instrumental looping tight, trying to fix the mess I made on Thursday night. Barista wipes the counter with the rhythmic sway. Another quiet morning washes all the noise away. Coffee gets lukewarm while the beat plays low. I got places to be, but I am moving slow. Tangled in my thoughts in the corner booth chair, breathing in the espresso, hanging in the air. I used to call your phone when the day got rough. Now I just stir this cup until I have had enough. Maybe the city moves too fast for heartaches. Maybe I am built from all my worst mistakes. I push the sugar packet to the wooden edge, stepping off the memory of a dangerous ledge. I take a breath, let the cold air clear my head, focusing on living out the words I said. Torn paper resting on the tabletop. Outside the green light tells the cars to stop. I pick my jacket up, leave the change behind, walking out the door with a clearer mind. Mm-mm-mm. An unspoken regret breaks the quiet right before the grinder starts to hum. Condensation trickles down the glass window, numb fingers feeling for the light to come. Steam rises slowly from the espresso machine, painting ghost figures in the narrow space. Street lights outside flicker out one by one, leaving reflections on the counter face. The barista wipes down the zinc tabletop, silver spoon clinking against a ceramic rim. Your memory lingers in the corner booth as the shadows on the brick wall grow dim. Here in the hush of the early hour, black coffee dripping like a slow heartbeat, cinematic frames of a forgotten ghost walking past the glass onto the empty street. Nobody speaks, just the neon sign glowing, warm amber light on a chilly floor. I trace the dark wood with my fingertips, watching your shadow leave through the door. The chrome register clicks in a rhythm, paper receipts falling soft as snow. Overhead speaker plays a low bass line, a jazz chord drifting where the air currents go. Two worn leather armchairs sitting empty, facing the window where the cold fog lies. I stir 3 drops of hazelnut syrup, watching the swirl through tired eyes. The barista wipes down the zinc tabletop, silver spoon clinking against a ceramic rim. Your memory lingers in the corner booth as the shadows on the brick wall grow dim. Here in the hush of the early hour, black coffee dripping like a slow heartbeat, cinematic frames of a forgotten ghost walking past the glass onto the empty street. Nobody speaks, just the neon sign glowing, warm amber light on a chilly floor. I trace the dark wood with my fingertips, watching your shadow leave through the door. Slow pan across the polished hardwood plank, steam rising soft like a velvet drape. Every small gesture captured in the light, no way for a solitary mind to escape. A ceramic mug catches the pale street glow. The scene stays frozen while the world moves fast. Drip by drip in the corner shade, the quiet returns as the steam fades out. Just an empty chair where you used to sit, and the lingering thought I can live without. Who decided 8 a.m. was meant for starting over? The grinder hums a frequency I used to hear in dreams. Condensation dripping down the window like a slow confession. My thumb keeps hovering above a name I shouldn't text. Steam curves up toward the exposed ceiling pipes. My jacket smells like yesterday's bus ride and cheap cologne. Somebody lost a button on the floor near table 4, and I'm still trying to figure out if being alone is peace or just silence. Pour the shot, let it sink, watch the white milk fold. Every morning feels like holding something left out in the cold. I pay $5 for a cup just to buy 20 minutes, sitting with thoughts I never finish. I drift between the order board and memories of you, scrolling through a life I thought I'd eventually step into. Black coffee, gray sky, mind wandering off the track, asking questions to a room that never answers back. Just a spoon clinking glass in a quiet place to hide, carrying every heavy thought I keep inside. The guy across from me is typing like his life depends on it, or maybe he's just hiding from his own head too. Espresso machine releases steam with a loud sudden hiss. Reminds me of the way we used to sigh before a fight. Did you move to Brooklyn yet, or was that just talk? I buy a croissant, I don't even want to eat. Crumbs falling on my dark denim, watching people walk past the window frame like actors in a movie I walked out on. I drift between the order board and memories of you, scrolling through a life I thought I'd eventually step into. Black coffee, gray sky, mind wandering off the track, asking questions to a room that never answers back. Just a spoon clinking glass in a quiet place to hide, carrying every heavy thought I keep inside. Maybe the answers aren't coming today. Maybe the point is just letting the warm cup stay in my hands. Until my fingers unfreeze from the night, until the clock hits 9 and I gotta pretend I understand. Table for a button still sits in the dust. Espresso cools down, another name gets called out loud. Not mine, not yours. Just steam fading into the roof. A tiny brass spoon rests sideways on a wrinkled napkin. The humidity outside presses against the cafe window glass, watching a single bead of water run down the clear-cut rim. My mind wanders back to the text I never sent last night. I stirred the remaining ice, listening till the glass clinks soft. 30 degrees outside, but my fingertips feel so cool. I watched the dark liquid dilute against the melting frost. We used to talk until the evening burned into the night. Now I ain't counting water rings on the oak table edge, trying to figure out where all our warmth went wrong. Bitter coffee cooling down my heavy tongue today. Summer breeze glides through the half-open terrace door. I am sitting alone with the tall glass full of floating ice, letting the chill sink deep into my noisy chest. Maybe I needed this quiet mid-afternoon pause to clear out the smoke left behind in my mind. Yeah, the white paper receipt beside my cup says 3 p.m. People walk past the glass wall wearing thin linen clothes. I check my phone, flip it over, then pick it up again. Another drop spills off the plastic wall onto the wood. I'm learning how to enjoy the dark taste without syrup. Maybe growing up means accepting the cold in the air. I watch the dark liquid dilute against the melting frost. We used to talk until the evening burned into the night. Now I am counting water rings on the oak table edge, trying to figure out where all our warmth went wrong. Bitter coffee cooling down my heavy tongue today. Summer breeze glides through the half-open terrace door. I'm sitting alone with the tall glass full of floating ice, letting the chill sink deep into my noisy chest. Maybe I needed this quiet mid-afternoon pause to clear out the smoke left behind in my mind. The ice cubes shift with a sudden sharp crack inside. It feels like the quiet breaking somewhere in my chest. Not every missed call needs an answer before July ends. Sometimes a cold drink is enough to keep my feet grounded. Brass spoon, barefoot, ice turning slowly into water. The afternoon keeps moving past the tinted window pane. I take one final sip before I stand up to leave. The coffee is gone, but the summer air feels lighter now. A delivery bike squeals around the corner, and you drop your phone onto your lap. You've been staring at the same unread text message since we sat down near the window fans draft. Your shoulders are locked up like a vault door. We're in a black hoodie when it's 90 degrees. I push the sweat beaded glass across the table and watch the condensation pool around your keys. Yeah, leave the office group chat muted for an hour. Nothing is going to collapse while we sit. Listen to the ice clink against the glass side. This is the only deadline we have to hit. Take a slow sip of the cold brew. Let the dark roast freeze your tongue. We don't need to fix your 20-something life while the afternoon is young. Just stir the milk until the brown turns pale. Let the city heat melt outside the door. You and me, cold glass in hand. We don't need to ask for anything more. Yeah, lean back and finally finally drop the tough act, letting out a sigh that rattles the straw. You complain about your boss, your rent, your sleep, and every stupid unwritten law. The barista dumps a fresh bucket into the sink, a sharp crack of ice shaking up the room. You take another long drink through the plastic, and I watch the color come back to your gloom. Leave the office group chat muted for an hour. Nothing is going to collapse while we sit, listen to the ice clink against the glass side. This is the only deadline we have to hit. Take a slow sip of the cold brew, let the dark roast freeze your tongue. We don't need to fix your 20-something life while the afternoon is young. Just stir the milk until the brown turns pale. Let the city heat melt outside the door. You and me, cold glass in hand. We don't need to ask for anything more. The asphalt outside is baking like an oven. People rushing by with folders on their heads. But in this corner booth under the dim lamp, we're trading stupid old stories instead. Look at the frost crawling up the glass rim. That's the coolest thing in the city today. Drink it down before the cubes disappear. We'll find a way. Set the empty tumbler down. Listen to the street noise drift away. Same time tomorrow, my friend. We'll drink the heat away. Yeah. Four heavy raw iron legs drag across the polished floor, settling under me like a promise I cannot afford. The black coffee breathes a quiet mist into the air, and I pull out a paper napkin wishing you were there. 18 years old, running on empty, sleeping on floors, always standing outside of every locked door. I am writing this down before the rush hour crowd arrives to tell you that we survived the winter in our lives. You spend every midnight praying for a sign, worrying if the clock was running out of time. If you could see the view from this early table seat, you would know the concrete finally softened under our feet. So take a breath, kid, you do not have to break. Every wrong turn was just a road we had to take. The bitter taste will pass, the dark turns into gold. Look at us drinking slow coffee before the day gets old. You held the line when no one else believed. I'm living in the peace that you achieved. Remember those cold nights balancing rent and bad choices, drowning out the doubts and the cynical voices. You thought 25 was an impossible wall, scared that one mistake will make the whole thing fall. Now I sit with this solid wood pressing against my back, watching the steam rise up from the fresh roast black. You were stronger than the shadows in your head. I am eating the bread you earned when we had no bread. You spent every midnight praying for a sign, worrying if the clock was running out of time. If you could see the view from this early table seat, you would know the concrete finally softened under our feet. So take a breath, kid, you do not have to break it. Every wrong turn was just a road we had to take. The bitter taste will pass, the dark turns into gold. Look at us drinking slow coffee before the day gets old. You held the line when no one else believed. I'm living in the peace that you achieved. I leave this letter resting by the espresso mug, a silent handshake, an invisible hug. Stop staring at the ceiling when the lights go down. We made a home inside this quiet town. The weight in this chair is grounding me today, because you carried the heavy burden all the way. Fold the napkin neat, leave it on the seat. You did good, kid, you did real good. Honeyed amber washes over the linoleum floor, casting long copper streaks past a heavy glass door. I'm staring at my screen, scrolling through forgotten text, when you slide into the booth, asking what comes next. You ask if the empty chair is taken for the hour. Your coat smells like rain and a faint winter flower. I shake my head, no, pull my laptop to the side. Two strangers finding shelter while the world stays wide. You order Earl Grey, I keep my dark roast black. There is a quiet in the room that we cannot take back. You laugh about the traffic on the Avenue line, and for 3 sweet minutes, your time is my time. Small talk floating in the steaming air, passing paper napkins like we really care. You do not know my name, I do not know your story. Just 2 early rises in a muted morning glory. We are speaking low, so the room will not hear. A temporary comfort in a heavy year. You tell me that your sister's getting married in June. I tell you that I'm working on a late night soon. You tap your fingers on the ceramic rim while the light outside starts to lose its amber brim. Life moves fast, you say, stirring in your spoon. You're all just chasing shadows under different moons. I smile cause you said what I was thinking all week. Funny how a stranger hears the thoughts he never speak. You order Earl Grey, I keep my dark roast black. There is a quiet in the room that we cannot take back. You laugh about the traffic on the Avenue line, and for 3 sweet minutes, your time is my time. Small talk floating in the steaming air, passing paper napkins like we really care. You do not know my name, I do not know your story. Just 2 early rises in a muted morning glory. We are speaking low, so the room will not hear. A temporary comfort in a heavy year. No phone numbers exchange when you stand to leave. Just a polite little nod and a rustle of your sleeve. No promises broken, no weight on the heart. Just a 5-minute piece of a bigger picture art. The amber turns to daylight as you walk out the door, leaving empty paper cups on table 4. A stranger's quiet comfort in the early chill, and the street goes still. Yeah, roasted espresso and wet asphalt aroma drifted through the heavy glass door. He wiped his forehead with a pale linen sleeve as the wall clock clicked to 4. Across the oak table she stirred her iced latte, watching the dark syrup rise. Neither one mentioned the 3 years of silence, avoiding the look in their eyes. The cooler hummed softly, a chilly blue bubble trapped in the August humidity. He ordered dark roast poured over cold ice to handle the quiet stupidity.
Glass cups sweating on the wooden grain, looking out the window at the distant summer rain. Nothing left to argue, nothing left to frame, just 2 chill drinks in a quiet old lane. He clinks his cup against hers, soft and slow, watching the frost build up in a quiet glow. Outside the city is melting in the heat, inside they share this little corner seat. One sip takes the summer edge off the room, a cool bit of breeze in the mid-afternoon.
Yeah, she pulls on the straw, takes a slow icy swallow and adjusts her silver ring. He traces the circle of moisture left behind, remembering a forgotten spring. Old text messages deleted, old promises dissolved like the syrup at the base. They talk about work and the rent in the city, keeping a gentle neutral pace. The condensation drips down to the napkin, marking the passage of hours, while afternoon sunlight burns bright through the alley and fades on the window flowers.
Glass cups sweating on the wooden grain, looking out the window at the distant summer rain. Nothing left to argue, nothing left to frame. Just two chill drinks and a quiet old name. He clinks his cup against hers, soft and slow, watching the frost build up in a quiet glow. Outside the city is melting in the heat. Inside they share this little corner seat. One sip takes the summer edge off the room. A cool bit of breeze in the mid-afternoon.
An ice cube settles at the bottom with the tiny click. Time moves slow when the atmosphere gets thick. They drain the last drops through the plastic straws. A mutual comfort in the unspoken laws.
Ooh, he leaves a small tip on the table edge.
She steps out first to the sidewalk ledge.
Ooh, two cold coffees in the heat of July.
A sweet quiet memory before the goodbye. Yeah. You told me yesterday I never pay attention to the room. So now I sit here counting every detail in the morning bloom. A green apron hangs on the corner hooked by three thin threads. A guy in a dark gray hoodie shakes the pastry crumbs off his dreads. The grinder hums low at a steady C-sharp pitch. A neon open sign flickers with a tiny electrical glitch. Oat milk rings drying on a faux wood laminate frame. A yellow warning sign leaning near the breaker frame. I hear your voice repeating through the music in my head. You said I'd drift away before the hardest words are said. So I am staying grounded, keeping inventory on the floor. Watching three brass keys dangle from the heavy front door. The barista wipes the counter in a tight circle twice. A clear plastic cup is sweating over cracked blocks of ice. An old man folds the daily paper right along the crease. I watch a dozen tiny details trying to buy some peace. You said I miss the present when it matters most to you. Now I notice every drop of water dripping through. A woman with pink acrylics taps the glass on her screen. The steam one shrieks loud, cutting through the ambient scene. A brown paper bag sits stained with sesame oil and salt. A spilled espresso bean rolls across the towel to a halt. The register dings, print out receipt rolls down to the floor. Timestamp says 8:15. Somebody enters through the side door. Cold draft hits my ankles, makes the paper napkins flutter left. I keep collecting evidence of everything you thought was theft. I hear your voice repeating through the music in my head. You said I'd drift away before the hardest words are said. So I am staying grounded, keeping inventory on the floor. Watching three brass keys dangle from the heavy front door. The barista wipes the counter in a tight circle twice. A clear plastic cup is sweating over cracked blocks of ice. An old man folds the daily paper right along the crease. I watch a dozen tiny details trying to buy some peace. You said I miss the present when it matters most to you. Now I notice every drop of water dripping through. You called me distant around 9 o'clock last night. Said I inhabit a world where nothing stays in sight. So look at this, a blue ceramic mug with the chip on the rim. A reflection in the chrome espresso unit looking faint and dim. The sugar shaker missing its top on table 4. I am taking notes on living right beside the front door. 8:20 now, the grinder starts up again. A wall clock ticking louder than the rhythm of my pen. You told me yesterday I never listen when you speak. I proved you wrong inside this small cafe this week. Blue ceramic mug, pastry crumbs on the rug. I was paying attention the whole time. Where does the humidity go when you stop trying to explain yourself? The glass sweats a puddle forms beside my silver keyboard. Green light flashing, 3 unread messages from people I used to love. Outside, a bus shoots hot gray air into 34 degrees. Someone is running for the crosswalk in a wrinkled navy suit. And I'm just sitting here watching dark espresso float over pale water. Did I forget to turn off the kitchen light today? Does anybody actually enjoy July? Or do we just pretend to survive it? Clink of the ice against clear acrylic walls. My mind is 30 steps ahead while my body stays stuck right here. Cold bitter roast sitting light on my tongue, watching the heat wave distort the red brick buildings across the street. Sipping this iced dark brew while the city melts around me. Thoughts drifting like condensation sliding down the side. I do not know what I am looking for, I just like to chill inside, numbing up to summer weight, leaving yesterday behind. Cold brew in a plastic cup, mind wandering out of bounds, lost inside the quiet air conditioning sound. Rent is due next Tuesday. Your old linen shirt is still in my closet. Did you ever fix that broken zipper on your backpack? The cashier asked my name and I almost gave her yours by accident. Brain running 20 miles an hour on 4 hours of sleep. Ice dark roast hitting my bloodstream, turning worry into rhythm. People walk past the glass window, anonymous silhouettes in sandals. Everyone carrying a small secret they will not open until winter. Is the ice melting, or am I just drinking faster? Another drop rolls down to the wooden table. Straight thoughts settling quietly into the bottom of the cup there. Conditioner humming a steady electronic song. Just me, cold coffee, and midsummer silence. Yeah, 7:45 glows in soft red LED. Sitting on the marble bar between you and me. I watch the digits flip, thinking 5 years ahead. Will we still share the crust of this brioche bread? Yeah, you're tapping your ring finger against the ceramic tile. I'm sketching out a future in the middle of your smile. No gold band on your hand yet, just steam in the air. But I see a little apartment with an armchair over there. Yeah, the grinder starts humming its familiar tune. I'm skipping past November, skipping straight to June. I close my eyes and see us with the keychain on the board. A couple little habits we can never have afforded. Someday we'll walk in here with gray in our hair, ordering the same 2 lattes with time to spare. We'll laugh about the days when we were broken, afraid, counting up the promises we haven't even made. Right now we're just waiting for the cream to turn, but I see a lifetime that we're bound to earn. Yeah. 8 o'clock hits and the commuter rush grows thick. I picture us at 35 with kids that learn too quick. You'll be wearing that beige coat slightly worn at the cuff, complaining that 1 shot of espresso isn't enough. I'll grab your leftover crust, same as I do right now. We'll pay with 1 shared card, not asking when or how. The barista will know us as the old quiet pair who sit by the window in the matching velvet chair. The grinder starts humming its familiar tune. I'm skipping past November, skipping straight to June. I close my eyes and see us with the keychain on the board. A couple little habits we can never have afforded. Someday we'll walk in here with gray in our hair, ordering the same 2 lattes with time to spare. We'll laugh about the days when we were broken, afraid, counting up the promises we haven't even made. Right now we're just waiting for the cream to turn, but I see a lifetime that we're bound to earn. Time is just a counter on a bakery shelf. I'm looking at tomorrow and I'm losing myself. You catch me staring long and you ask me what I see. I just shake my head and say it's you and me. Not just today, not just this hasty table for 2. I'm seeing 40 years of mornings spent with you. 7:46, now the clock ticks on. The steam fades slowly till the heat is gone. Hold my hand tight before we step outside into the future where we both reside. 10 winters from now, right back at this booth. Yeah, amber luminescence spills across the low glass edge, reflecting orange glare off every dusty ledge. I slide into the corner booth to beat the heat, placing my cold iced coffee right beside my feet, and point toward the empty wooden chair, asking if anyone is currently sitting there. I shake my head and pull the chair out just a bit. You set your dark drip beverage down and sit. Condensation trickles down my plastic cup. You watch the melted ice and look directly up. We talk about the weather like it is life or death, exchanging simple words to catch a summer breath. We are just two strangers drinking iced coffee today, finding shade inside a town that is melting away. You tell me where you're going, I say where I have been. Two brief lies overlapping through the window panes, sipping liquid ice while the pavement burns outside. No names exchanged, nowhere to hide. You say you hate the way July feels on your skin. I say the winter hurts worse when it settles in. You laugh a little softer than I thought you would, admitting that this quiet break feels strange and good. I stir the brown liquor with the thin green straw, listening to stories from a face I never saw. You talk about a job you quit 2 weeks ago. I tell you about dreams I used to hold so low. Condensation trickles down my plastic cup. You watch the melted ice and look directly up. We talk about the weather like it is life or death, exchanging simple words to catch a summer breath. We are just two strangers drinking iced coffee today, find a shade inside a town that is melting away. You tell me where you're going, I say where I have been. Two brief lives overlapping through the window panes, sipping liquid ice while the pavement burns outside. No names exchanged, nowhere to hide. Yeah, the afternoon moves slow beneath the ceiling fan. You finish half your glass and wipe your sticky hand. We do not ask for numbers or a social handle. Some momentary peace is all we care to sample. A silver spoon hits ceramic down the hallway bar. We rest our tired eyes right where we are. Amber light turns soft as you stand up to go. You wish me a cool evening, very quiet and low. I take my final sip of cold black bean brew, grateful for 30 minutes shared with you. A delivery truck brakes squeal against the gravel outside, shaking the double glass right where you tried to hide. You have been staring at your phone since 3 a.m. again, trying to fix a life that is not broken, my friend. The barista pulls a shot, milk swirling in the tin. I set a warm mug down right where your hands have been. Look at me, take a breath, let the city rush past. Nothing you are stressing over, today is built to last. Your eyes carry the weight of 1,000 silent fights, chasing validation under heavy city lights. But this small wooden table does not care if you are behind. Just sit right here with me and leave the clock behind. Drink your dark roast slow, let the world spin wild. You do not have to act like a survivor or a child. Outside the window, everybody's running out of time, but sitting at this corner booth, you are doing fine. Let the steam carry off what you could not control. This early hours meant to fix a tired soul. Sirens echo off the red brick 3 blocks away, signaling the rush of another heavy day. You count the scratches on your ceramic mug's rim, thinking your chances for the future are growing slim. I know that late night grind has been stealing your sleep, chasing promises that nobody ever intends to keep. Turn your phone face down on the scratch pine wood. We are gonna sit right here until you feel good. Your eyes carry the weight of 1,000 silent fights, chasing validation under heavy city lies. But this small wooden table does not care if you are behind. Just sit right here with me and leave the clock behind. Drink your dark roast slow, let the world spin wild. You do not have to act like a survivor or a child outside the window. Everybody's running out of time, but sitting at this corner booth, you are doing fine. Let the steam carry off what you cannot control. This early hour's meant to fix a tired soul. Remember when we used to talk until 4 in the afternoon? We thought we had to figure out the whole universe soon. Now we are just young adults drinking hazelnut brew, and I am still holding down this corner space for you. So let the traffic hum its relentless old song. You have been keeping it together for way too long. City buses hiss on the asphalt, splashing through the drain. Drink your coffee slowly, let go of the pain. Just drink it slow. Right here across from me, we have nowhere else to be. This brass lighter rests beside my cold black coffee, scratched at the corner, holding memories I left behind. The clock on the wall ticks without any urgency today. No emails flashing, no synthetic bells to bend my mind. I stretch my toes across the worn wood floorboards, watching dust mold spin slow in the pale curtain light. 5 days of running just to stand in one spot. Now I am static and the weight feels light. Phone face down on the scar pine table, letting the dial tone drift out of reach. I do not owe nobody an answer right now, just learning the silence that Saturday can teach. Stepping out of the race for a second or two, watching the city breathe heavy through the glass. Got no deadlines, pulling at my coat sleeves, just a quiet room watching the shadows pass. This is my sanctuary, built of quiet breathing. Nothing to prove, nowhere I gotta be. The vinyl spins slow, needle catching on a groove. Oh, so record singing about a simpler time. I pour another cup, do not care if it gets cold. Trading ambition for a peaceful state of mind. My shoulders drop 2 inches from where they used to hang, unclenching jawbones that held the weak inside. No suit to put on, no posture to maintain, nowhere to run, nowhere I need to hide. Phone face down on the scar pine table, letting the dial tone drift out of reach. I do not owe nobody an answer right now, just learning the silence that Saturday can teach. Stepping out of the race for a second or two, watching the city breathe heavy through the glass. Got no deadlines, pulling at my coat sleeves, just a quiet room watching the shadows pass. This is my sanctuary, built of quiet breathing. Nothing to prove, nowhere I gotta be. Maybe tomorrow the world will demand my name, ask for my hours and trade them for gold. But the afternoon light is stretching wide and long, and this feeling in my chest is mine to hold. Brass lighter on the table, coffee growing cold. Silence in the hallway, story left untold. Just me right here, just me right here. Skateboard clicks against the sidewalk cracks below. You step inside and let the apartment door swing slow. Your phone keeps buzzing from a deadline left behind. But right now, brother, put it out of your mind. Toss your heavy jacket on the corner chair. There is no rush to go anywhere. We survived 5 days running on empty tanks. No need for suits, no need for corporate things. The city keeps moving, but we pull down the shade, counting up the quiet moments that we made. Unlace your sneakers, kick them by the wall. We got nowhere, we gotta be at all. Pour something cold, let the vinyl spin around. We own this Saturday, safe and sound. Just sit right back and let the bass line flow. We take it easy, taking it slow. Listen to the ice cubes clinking in the glass. We spent the whole week watching hours pass. You talk about the overtime that broke your back. I tell you put your favorite record on the rack. No conference calls, no alarms at 7 a.m. We leave the noise to everybody else and them. Unlace your sneakers, kick them by the wall. We got nowhere, we gotta be at all. Pour something cold, let the vinyl spin around. We own this Saturday, safe and sound. Just sit right back and let the bass line flow. We take it easy, taking it slow. Monday will come when Monday wants to show, but Sunday morning hasn't even started to glow. You have been carrying the weight for way too long, so rest your shoulders right inside this song. Kick your feet up on the wooden table. Breathe it in while we are young and able. The street noise fades into the afternoon light. Stay as long as you want tonight. Dark hazelnut steam drifts across the living room. He lets the needle drop on a vinyl beat. No notifications flashing on his silent phone. Just soft denim shorts and warm bare feet. He stirs a little honey into oat milk now. The clock on the microwave ticks real slow. Nothing on the schedule for the next 2 days. He watches city clouds float low. The city keeps racing down on Elm Street while he stretches out his arms on the couch. He isn't catching trains or answering emails. No heavy weight upon his shoulders now. Saturday sleep until the sun turns soft. Stepping past the errands on the hardwood floor. He pours another cup and lets the bassline roll, locking out the rush behind the wooden door. He breathes in the calm, lets the rhythm take over. Nothing needs fixing, nothing needs to prove. Just third floor silence and a steady groove. Butter melts slow in the iron skillet pan. Thick sliced brioche dipping in vanilla cream. He flips the record over to the B-side track, living out a simple unhurried dream. A breeze through the window brings the summer lawn. He does powdered sugar on a porcelain plate, taking every bite like time does not exist, knowing every deadline has to wait. The city keeps racing down on Elm Street while he stretches out his arms on the couch. He isn't catching trains or answering emails. No heavy weight upon his shoulders now. Saturday sleep until the sun turns soft. Stepping past the errands on the hardwood floor. He pours another cup and lets the bassline roll, locking up the rush behind the wooden door. He breathes in the calm, lets the rhythm take over. Nothing needs fixing, nothing needs to prove. Just third floor silence and a steady groove. 5 p.m. hits and the daylight turns amber. He rolls up his sleeves just to write a little verse. No supervisor watching, no deadline ticking down. He learns how to put his own can keep spinning at a frantic pace. He stays right here in his quiet space. Sip from the mug, set the pen down gently. The bassline fades out slow. Just a quiet apartment on a Saturday afternoon, and nowhere else to go. Nowhere else to go. Dead quiet fractures when I suddenly wonder if the vinyl needle finished this track. Dust flows suspended in the strip of amber sunlight cutting through the heavy blind pack. My worn leather armchair holds the shape of my back from 3 hours of doing nothing at all. Outside the tall window, a quiet shadow stretches down the brick hallway wall. The bass amplifier hums a low warm frequency against the wooden floorboards below. An unopened envelope sits on the table, forgotten in the peaceful slow flow. No alarms ringing, no emails waiting on my phone screen. Just the soft steady pulse of a quiet afternoon scene. The city hums faint, 10 stories beneath my feet. I stretch my legs out, sinking deeper into the sea. We forgot to check the time today, letting every heavy worry drift away in this golden room where the shadows lean. Living inside a quiet movie screen, no place to run, no deadline left to chase, just floating slow in our own private space. Ice melts in a glass of cold brew, clicking against the thick crystal side. A silver wristwatch sits face down, nowhere left for the seconds to hide. She shifts her weight on the couch, turning the page of a worn hardcover book. A silent glance passed across the table, warmer than any word or look. Drapes sway gently as a cool breeze slips past the cracked balcony door. Yesterday's jacket rests forgotten in a pile on the hardwood floor. We forgot to check the time today, letting every heavy worry drift away in this golden room where the shadows lean. Living inside a quiet movie screen, no place to run, no deadline left to chase, just floating slow in our own private space. The afternoon turns amber, then settles into indigo blue. Nothing urgent calling out for me or demanding anything from you. We watch the ceiling fan spin in a steady, effortless rhyme. Everything stops right here while we freeze time. The room grows darker by degree, just a low bass humming you and me. No ticking clock on the wall tonight, sinking slow into the dimming light. Where does the quiet go when someone finally speaks? My socks don't match and the bassline in my chest is breathing slow. Cat on the windowsill, yellow dust smoke spinning in the draft. Did I leave the kettle on, or is that just the neighbor's record player floating through the floorboards? I was thinking about my cousin in Seattle, wondering if he still plays the bass. I was stretching long and sticky like honey on a wooden spoon. Nobody's calling me, and my phone screen is face down on the wool rug. Filtered water dripping into a glass, steady rhythm on the counter. Should I answer that email from Thursday evening? Probably not. The whole universe can stay on hold until the sun goes down. I am just a passenger on my own sofa, watching shadows stretch across the hallway. Random thoughts passing by like clouds over a quiet freeway. Nothing to prove and nowhere to run while the afternoon unfolds. Mind floating loose like an untied ribbon in a lazy breeze. Just a soul loop repeating in the low end, holding up the room. Let the clock turn backward if it wants to try. We are living in the space between the ticks today. Is time even real, or did somebody just invent it to sell calendars? Wearing 3-year-old sweatpants, feeling wealthier than a billionaire. Green tea getting cool on the coffee table, sunlight painted square across my knees. Suddenly remembering that pecan pie from the diner downtown 3 summers ago. Pictures in my head flipping fast like an old film reel. One thought bleeds right into another without a stop sign or a red light. I might write a sentence down, or I might just close my eyes for 40 minutes. Soft fabric, heavy eyelids, air conditioning hums a minor chord. Maybe I will order takeout later. Maybe I will just eat cereal out of the box. The rhythm of doing absolutely nothing feels like a secret language. Every worry from the weekday melts into the upholstery. Just breathing in, breathing out, listening to the dust settle. Where does the quiet go when the night arrives? It stays right here, tucked inside the cushion. No answers needed, just a stream flowing along. Endless Saturday, smooth beat, fading out into the dark. Yeah. Rough weave of this linen shirt rests light against my shoulder. Catching on the riding chair while the afternoon grows older. I press the sweating plastic cup to my bare forearm skin. And 3 summers collapse at once the moment you step back in. Not in the doorway, just inside my head. Wearing that oversized beige knit you always said was too warm for July, but you wore it anyway, just to feel cozy in the corner cafe. The dark rose drips down through crushed ice crystals, releasing bitterness that hits me like a quiet signal. My thumb traces the rib dim where your hands used to rest, and suddenly I am 22 again, completely unrefreshed. We sat in the draft of the humming unit, drinking fast before the ice dissolved into it. Your fingers caught the loose thread on my sleeve, promising an autumn that we wouldn't see. Now the cold glass burns my palm, and the room is far too calm, stuck inside a memory that leaves me cold. I stirred the brown liquid till the plastic straw rattles, fighting off flashbacks that lost many battles. You held your cup with both hands like it was wintertime, laughing off the humidity while shivering at 9. The scratchy cotton fabric we shared under the desk, the way you like syrup while I drank mine grotesque. Black double shot bitter enough to wake the room. Now I sit alone in this artificial bloom, watching condensation trickle down to the wood, trying to remember if leaving was actually good. The fabric hasn't frayed, the color hasn't washed away. It still carries the phantom scent of our lazy Thursday. Ice melts to water, diluted, pale and clear, and every single gulp brings you strangely near. Stiffening on my skin, melting cubes within. I finished the glass and set it down. Just another quiet summer in this city town. This heavy oak seat holds the entire afternoon. As I lean back against a cool woven mesh, I wish I could send this breeze back in time to you, sitting on that cramped floor, sweating through your test. Yeah, you thought every failed attempt meant the world was done. You swallowed cheap instant roast just to stay awake. Look at me now, watching condensation run down a tall glass of cold brew you thought you'd never make. The ice clicks quietly against the rim, the summer beat drops slow inside my head. I remember how you used to bite your lip, worrying about money and words left unsaid. Dear younger me, take a breath, you survived it all. The sun is hot today, but the shade feels right. You don't have to sprint through every single fall, or stay up bargaining with the middle of the night. Drink your iced coffee slow, let the frost touch your chin. It turns out we made it to the other side again. Remember those bitter nights in that tiny room? You thought 24 was the end of the line. You stared at your reflection in the cracked mirror, asking why everyone else was doing fine. If I could reach through this sweat on my brow, I'd hand you this cold cup and tell you to chill. The job didn't kill you, the heart didn't break forever, and the rent got paid though the world stood still. We still overthink when the humidity rises. We still double check if the doors are locked tight, but the weight on this chair isn't panic anymore. It's just a lazy Sunday bathed in soft younger me, take a breath, you survived it all. The sun is hot today, but the shade feels right. You don't have to sprint through every single fall or stay up bargaining with the middle of the night. Drink your iced coffee slow, let the frost touch your chin. It turns out we made it to the other side again. I'm leaving this drink here on the wooden ledge for the kid who worked too hard without a pause. You did well back then, you did enough. Relax now.